Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's session, we are going to discuss about some of the errors that you will face during the execution of the Python. So we will see some of the basic example what are the common error you will face or you might face during the execution of the Python. So in previous session we already discussed how to install Anaconda Navigator, the Jupyter Lab. We are using this for the Python execution and some of the important keyboard shortcuts for the Jupyter execution when you are doing the execution for the Python language. What exactly the keyboard shortcuts that will be useful during the execution, that also we discussed in previous session. So if you are not aware about those topics, you can refer my previous videos. So let's start with the today's video. So when you are doing the execution or writing the code with the Python, there are the chances like you are making some mistakes while writing the code, and how you will understand like you are making any mistake, and if you are making any mistake after getting the error message, how you will sort that. So we will see some of the few examples or the few errors that might occur or you might create during the writing the code for the Python. So let's start. So suppose first example, I'm adding the two numbers. For example, x is equal to 5 plus 5. Okay, so I'm adding these two numbers, 5 and 5. So for the execution, we need to write print x. This we already discussed some of the basic things in the previous session. So here you can see the name print is not defined. So Python is a case sensitive. This means that it treats the uppercase and the lowercase letter as a different character. So here the print we need to write everything in the small letters. So let's see print x, and let me execute it again. Now you can see the output we are getting as a 10. So here you have seen this keyword print, whatever we are using to print the value of the variable, that is wrong as we are giving the p as the capital. So here in the name error also you can see the name print is not defined. From here we will understand we are making a mistake while writing this keyword print. Let's see one more example. Suppose I'm writing print y. Okay, let's execute this one. So here you can see the name y is not defined. What does that mean? The y variable name we have not created. We have just created the variable name with x, and the value is we are doing the mathematical operation. We are adding the two numbers 5 plus 5 and that value we are printing here. But this y variable we have not defined. So that's why it is saying the error as name y is not defined. Okay, so these are the some of the basic errors. From here, from the name error, you are understanding what exactly means. So let's see some more examples. So Python has a several built-in exception which are raised when the interpreter encounters an error during the execution of the program. So we already seen some of the syntax error. For example, here we have seen the print I'm writing incorrectly. Let's see one more example. Suppose I'm writing the if statement. If true, tab print. Here I'm writing anything like A, B, C. So here we are missing the colon after the if statement. So let's see what exactly the output it is giving. Let's execute this cell. Here you can see the syntax error. It is expected a colon, right? So we are missing this colon. That's why we are getting the syntax error. Before we were getting the name error as the name y is not defined, then this keyword is not correct. We were getting the name error. Here we are getting the syntax error. Okay, so this occur when the Python parsers encounter a syntactically incorrect statement. So in this case, we are missing the colon after the if statement. So that's why it is showing this uh, syntax error. Now I have added the colon here after if true. So after if statement I added the colon. So now you can see it is executing properly and it is showing me the output as the ABC, that is the print statement we have mentioned. So now we are not getting the syntax error. Let's see one more error, that is the indentation error. So in the Python it is very important, like the how the statement we are writing. Here we are not including the curly braces how we write in the Java. So when you are writing in Java, we write like if in inside the curly braces whatever the code we are writing. So here instead of that we are using the indentation, right? So this indentation, how we are writing the code, that is very important while writing the code in the Python. So let's see one example. Suppose I'm creating one function and here I'm adding the colon, but I'm not adding any space here, and I'm directly writing print hello. And let's execute this cell. So here we are getting the indentation error. Expected an indented block after the function definition on the line 1. So from this error you can understand it is expecting some space, some indentation block after this first line. So this error is raised when there is an incorrect indentation in the code. So which is very crucial in the Python writing or Python coding. So for that, suppose if I gave here indentation block, now if I execute this statement again, now that error is removed, right? If I again click it back and execute it, you will see the indentation error here. The next error is the type error. For example, I'm writing one variable. For example, let's see y. Okay, y is equal to I'm writing two numbers, one as the string and one as the integer. So you know that we cannot add the string and the integers, right? We can add integer and integer only. So let's execute this statement. So here we are getting the type error. Can only concatenate string, not integer, to string. So we can concatenate the two string. For example, this 2, and I'm writing giving this as a 2 as a string. Okay, then let's execute this again and let's print the y statement. So print the y variable. So here you can see we are concatenating this two string. So 2 and concatenated 2, it's become 22. For example, if I want to add this both the 2's as an integer, then the output will be the 4. For example, 2 plus 2. Now I'm executing this y. Let's execute this statement first and then let's execute this print y. Now we are getting the output as the 4. So this are correct because both the data type are the same. Okay. But suppose in the case one data type I'm giving as a string and one as the integer, then we will get the type error. So here it is mentioned type error can only concatenate string and not integer to the string. So this occur when an operation or the function is applied to an object of the inappropriate type. So these two should be of the same data type. It should be a string, then the output we will get as a 22, and it should be integer, then output we will get as a 4. So the operation is a different. During the string, this plus operation is a behaving as a concatenation. It is combining the two string, and during the integer data type, it is this plus operation is performing as a mathematical operation, and it is adding the two numbers like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Name error we already discussed. When we raise a local or global variable which is not found. For example, in the above, when we are trying to execute this print statement for the variable which is not found, we are getting the name error. The next is the index error. For example, I have created a list of the, for example, I have created the list of the fruits, okay, and the values I'm giving as a apple, right, comma, banana, and then orange. Suppose these three fruits I have added in my list. Okay. So the next thing I want to print any value from this. Suppose I'm printing fruits, and the, right, indexing is start with 0. So apple is on the 0 index, banana is on first, and orange is on second index. So suppose I want to print a banana, then I can give the index as the 1, and let's print this statement. Okay, print, sorry, let's print this statement. You can see the output we are getting as the banana, right? Suppose there are only three index right now, like 0 1 2, two indexes right now, three values are present in the list. Suppose I'm giving the value as the 6 here, which is not present in the list. This particular index is a not present in the list. So let's execute this now. We are getting the error as the index error. So here the list index is the out of the range. So here, from here you will understand whatever the index we are passing here in the print statement is the out of the range. So range here is the 0 to 2 only. So 6 number we are giving, that is out of the range. So it occurs when trying to access an index that is out of the range for a list or the sequence. For example, let's see, I'm writing one statement. For example, int abc. So now abc is the string, and I'm trying to convert that into the integer. So we cannot convert the string to the integer. So let's do that. So here we are getting the value error. So this is invalid literal for integer with a base 10 ABC. From here what we are understanding, it occurs when a function receive an argument of the correct type but an inappropriate value. So that's why we are getting the error as the value error. Let's see one more example. For example, suppose I'm writing the variable as the z and I'm doing the division. So we cannot divide a number by 0. So what will be the output when we divide the number? Basically, this is the invalid function. So when you divide any number by 0, you will get the output as the infinity. So in mathematics, dividing any non-zero number by 0 is a undefined, and it does not have a meaning result. The idea of a infinity is an answer in sometimes used in a specific context, but it is not strictly correct mathematically. So basically division by 0 is a undefined. So for example, here we are dividing 10 by 0 doesn't result in an defined real number or infinity, because there is a no number that when multiplied by 0 by 10. So let's see what exactly the error we will get when I'm trying to divide the number by the 0. So here you can see we are getting zero division error, division by zero. So it is raised when there is an attempt to divide by the zero. Apart from this, you will get the file not found error when suppose you are passing any file which is non-existent. In that case, you will get the file not found error. So it raises when trying to open a file that does not exist. So there are multiple error you will face, and these are the some of the common error that we discuss in the today's session. Let's review quickly what exactly the errors we discuss in the today's session. So the first thing is the name error we discuss when we are passing the incorrect keyword. For example, the print statement, or suppose we are passing the variable which is the non-existent, then you will get the name error. The second we discuss is the syntax error. I will just make this error. Okay. The second we discuss is the syntax error. This error occur when the Python parsers encounter a syntactically incorrect statement. Next we discuss is a indentation error. So this is basically occurred when there is an incorrect indentation in the code, which is very crucial in the Python. The fourth we discuss is the type error. So basically it occurs when an operation or function is applied to an object of an inappropriate type. So here in this statement we were trying to add a string and the integer number, so that's why we got the type error. Then we discuss the index error. So here we saw we are adding the three values in the list, and we are trying to fetch the value which is the with the index out of the range. So it occurs when trying to access an index that is out of the range for a list or the sequence. And then we also discuss about the value error. So it occurs when a function receive an argument of the correct type but an inappropriate value. Then the last one is the zero division error. So basically when we are trying to divide any non-zero number by a zero. Also, we discuss about the file not found. So basically, when the file does not exist, you will get the file not found error. So these are the common errors you will face during the execution of the Python. And now you know also how to handle this error and how to identify why you are getting this error. So from this type and whatever the explanation given here in the error, you can identify what kind of error is this and what exactly the changes you need to perform or you need to do in your code to resolve this error. So this will definitely help you guys during the writing the code for the Python. So that's it for the today guys. Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you once again and have a nice day.